So there is this person that posted a clip of a Will Wood live stream where he hesitated to say the word jarona, quoted from character in Deltarune Flowery. It doesn't mean anything. It is a reference to a song that has Sharona in it. Anyway, that was kind of a normal video. Nobody really cared that much about it, except this one commenter. The original uploader did their own voiceover of this, but I wanted to give it a shot. I watched their voiceover halfway through, and then I was like, I kind of want to. I've been stretching my vocal flaps a bit recently, so I was like, I kind of want to try to do this. I'll link it in the description though if you want to see the original one. They do know they can just Google Jarona, right? Or what is Jarona Deltarune? So easy. If they think it's a bad word, they can check. Assuming is very dangerous to do. Never assume. You can guess, but try to confirm. Check. Never assume. Otherwise, you judge a book by its cover. That leads to consequences. For example, a seemingly homeless man actually being rich, and it was a test. Sure, maybe more people will be nicer to the homeless in the hopes that it's just a test. Good things done for selfish reasons. Good things are still done. As long as it's not taken away right after, it's still important to inspire others to do good things. Sure, it's better if it's done out of the goodness of their hearts, but humanity is a duality of selfish and selfless. Technically, babies are selfish, but their valid excuse is that they have to be to survive. With this in mind, our selfishness may relate to our emotions and our self-preservation, stuff from evolution. In other words, leftovers that get in the way today, stuff we are working on today. There was a test done on some apes before, and they were selfish. Compare that to a test done with birds, and the birds actually were sharing. Like they didn't need to, but they did. Nobody is perfect, but a few things make more sense now. Also, in a test done between autistics and neurotypicals. When asked if they'd do something immoral, if nobody would find out, the autistics said no, but a lot of the neurotypicals, aka normal people, what? I don't like the way that's put. Said yes. What was the resulting conclusion? Autistics are too morally rigid. How is being more honest a bad thing? There's a lot of people who run the world who have the mindset of, yes, I'd do it if nobody found out, or I'll build the torture device because I won't make the same mistakes the guy in the dystopia movie did. In other words, arrogance and ego. Yes, we have pride, but logic is important too, along with empathy. Unfortunately, the world doesn't promote empathy anymore. They keep tearing people apart, making everybody fight each other. Groups of people are pitted against each other. But anyway, I rambled. This is not what you're here for today. But yeah, judging a book by its cover is very dangerous. This is also important because if you assume, yes, I can take him, then you risk being beaten up. If you think you can take on that guy based on only confidence and no actual logic-based plan, along with any backup plan, then you are going to fail. You also don't assume that shady-looking people or weird people are bad. Some of them are actually quite nice. For example, most of the weird-looking people your parents might say to avoid because they take drugs or something. Again, that is prejudice. Yes, stereotypes come from somewhere, but not everyone is like that. Stereotypes come from somewhere is a crazy thing to say. Judge someone based on their actions, not based on their looks. Sure, you are free to be cautious, but one should not assume. Another problem is, innocent before proven guilty has been flipped. Nowadays, people have been proven to be innocent when people make allegations and accusations. People have had their lives ruined based on unproven accusations with no concrete evidence. So again, don't assume. You can guess, but check. Do research. Investigate. Confirm. This is still go. Of course, confirmation bias is another thing to mention. It is very easy to just look at stuff that you agree with and use that without looking for stuff that negates such. It is important to check both sides of the argument. I don't engage in an internet drama, usually, because it's usually just meaningless. If there's a YouTuber I see who is accused of something, it's important that I check both sides. If there's some drama going on and I'm curious, I may ask both sides. I don't know if I'd ever get involved. I've never really had to. Most dramas that have existed near me ended before I noticed. There's one server that, by the time I got online, it already ended. As for another that a friend of mine went through, there wasn't much I could do, so I didn't really do much in the drama itself. Instead, I just made sure my friend was okay. Since it was between two friends, I asked both sides. What a saint. Look at the saint. This guy's such a saint. This person is such a saint. Wow. Oh, I'm convinced they're an angel. Plus, it turned out that not much had actually happened, but because bystanders recorded it, it looked worse. I know both people. Neither would hurt the other. Yet, one is accused and based on no actual evidence. Then there's a random drama I found about a friend of a friend who was cancelled because of their... Oh no. I don't want to continue. They weren't even described to be extreme. They just were more relaxed, yet were treated like an extreme supporter. So again, don't judge a book by its cover. Don't assume. That's crazy. Jesus Christ. I hope this person has a wonderful life.
Mostly.
But humanity is a duality of selfish. Nowadays, people have been proven to be innocent when people make allegations?